The SEC is comprised of 5 big divisions and then a dozen or so smaller specialty offices. One of the divisions, the Division of Corporation Finance, otherwise known as Corp Fin to those in the field, is responsible for ensuring that public companies provide disclosure to the market. Corp Fin periodically reviews the disclosures made by these companies, and Corp Fin drafts the rules and regulations that mandate this disclosure. Today on Zippy Point. I'm Brock Romanek, and I'm a big fan of yous. So Corp Fin is located in the SEC's headquarters in Washington, D.C. Only staffers from the enforcement division within the SEC are scattered about the U.S. in different field offices. And Corp Fin has about 500 staffers. These 500 staffers mainly consist of lawyers and accountants, and about 80% of those folks are working in Corp Fin's disclosure review program, which is split into 7 industry offices known as IOs. 1, energy and transportation, 2, finance, 3, life sciences, 4, manufacturing, 5, real estate and construction, 6, technology, and 7, trade and services. I have a separate Vid-Guide about which of the 7 IOs your company is reviewed by. A link to that video is beneath this one. So the organization of these 7 offices is similar. The head is called an office chief, known as an IOC, and then there's a senior advisor, 1 or more branch chiefs under the chief, and so on. The bulk of the work done in the disclosure review program is reviewing disclosure documents filed by public companies with the SEC, whether it be periodic reports like the annual report on Form 10-K, the quarterly report on Form 10-Q, the proxy statement filed for the annual shareholders meeting, or deal-related filings like IPOs, secondary offerings, or mergers and acquisitions. These reviews often result in the staff issuing written comments to the company in the form of a comment letter to either ask a question or seek changes in the company's disclosure. And I have a separate Vid-Guide about Corp Fin's comment process, a link to which is beneath this video. Besides these 7 industry offices, there are 3 other offices in Corp Fin that directly deal with disclosure. The biggest one is the Specialized Policy and Disclosure Office, and this office includes the work of the offices of International Corporate Finance, Mergers and Acquisitions, otherwise known as OMA, and Structured Finance, Asset-Backed Securities. Then there's the Office of Risk and Strategy, known as ORS. This office provides guidance to those teams within Corp Fin that are reviewing filings about risks and evolving disclosures, keeping everybody up to date on the latest developments. Finally, there's the Office of Assessment and Continuous Improvement, known as ACI. This office evaluates the effectiveness of Corp Fin's disclosure review program. Then there's other specialty offices within Corp Fin. The biggie is the front office. This includes the division director, who is the head of the entire division and reports directly to the SEC chair. Then there's a deputy director, sometimes there's 2 of those, and a smattering of associate directors, a half dozen or more. Then there's the Office of Chief Accountant within the Division of Corporation Finance, not to be confused with the SEC's Office of Chief Accountant, which is a separate office and not within Corp Fin, but actually under the SEC's umbrella. The Chief Accountant of the SEC reports directly to the SEC chair. Corp Fin has an Office of Chief Counsel. I served in that office back when I worked on the staff. The Office of Enforcement Liaison, I actually performed that role too. The Office of Rulemaking, and the Office of Small Business Policy. These are all important offices as well. Let me know what you think.